Now, from the Weather Geeks of Memphis, explaining the science behind our weather, here's WeatherEd, proudly presented by the Cloud 901 Cares Initiative.
Hello everyone, I'm lead forecaster Cameron Kuykindall here with episode 14 of WeatherEd, types of winds. Let's start off with straight line winds, which is any thunderstorm wind that isn't a part of rotation. So this term is generally used to differentiate from tornadic winds. And now we have a downdraft, which is a small scale column of air that rapidly sinks towards the ground. Moving on to a macroburst. This is an outward burst of strong winds at or near the surface. These winds may begin over a smaller area, but then eventually they'll spread out over a wider area. And sometimes it produces tornado-like damage. Then you have a microburst, which is a downburst that produces an outward burst of strong winds at or near the surface. Now, as opposed to macrobursts, microbursts are small and short-lived, and wind speeds can exceed 100 miles per hour. And there are two types of microbursts. You have wet ones, which comes with heavy precipitation, and then you have dry ones. You see those more out in the west. Now we have a downburst. Now this is the general term that is used to broadly describe macro and micro bursts. It's a general term to describe localized strong wind events. Then you have the gust front, which is the leading edge of a rain-cooled air that clashes with warmer thunderstorm inflow. They are characterized by a wind shift, a temperature drop, and gusty winds ahead of the storm. Moving on to our last two types of damaging winds, we have a derecho, which is a widespread, long-lived windstorm that is associated with a band of rapidly moving showers or storms. And lastly, you have a haboob, which is a wall of dust that is pushed out along the ground from a thunderstorm downdraft at high speeds. That's all I have for you when it comes to this WeatherEd episode. Until next time, I'm lead forecaster Cameron Kuykindall. Have a wonderful day.